Are you an up-and-coming singer, dancer, actor, choreographer? Are you an individual involved in any of the arts? Contemporary gospel singer, traditional gospel recording artist, and no one wants to talk with you or interview you? Contact me at btyrone443 at yahoo.com. That's btyrone443 at yahoo.com. I'm Tyrone Bowman. This is Tyrone Bowman Tonight. Also, if you happen to be passing by and passing through and looking at this recording, looking at this video, would you please kindly like, share, and subscribe? And for those of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, Tyrone Bowman Tonight, thank you. Appreciate it very, very, very much. We're on the way. We're not there yet, but we are making progress. Also, do you have a prophetic call in your life? Does it seem like no one wants to mentor you? No one wants to talk with you? Well, there's a place that you can go to that will do all three. It's called Higher Dimension School for the Prophets. You can contact them at www.schoolfortheprophets.com. That's www.schoolfortheprophets.com. And when you go to their website, make sure you leave your email address so that they can get back to you. That's Higher Dimensions School for the Prophets at www.schoolfortheprophets.com. And now the topic of discussion for tonight. This is part 2 of the founder of Black History Month, Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Ladies and gentlemen, knowledge is power. Don't let anybody fool you. Don't let anybody kid you. Knowledge is power. And when individuals understand just how powerful knowledge is, you'll know what to do with it. There are 2 passages of scripture. One says, "For my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." Also, the other scripture says, "Study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." Now, in an earlier video, I talked about Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Dr. Carter G. Woodson was an American historian, author, journalist, and the founder of the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. He was one of the first scholars to study the history of the African American diaspora, including African American history. And what I'm going to do in this video, I would like to recommend to you some educational mind tools that can help you further understand the writings and the teachings and the legacy of Dr. Carter G. Woodson. So there are several books that were authored by Dr. Carter G. Woodson, and I'm getting ready to run the titles down to you. If you'd like to purchase some, go ahead, find out where they are. One is The Miseducation of the Negro, published in 1933. The Negro in Our History, published in 1922. The Education of the Negro Prior to 1861 was published in 1915. The History of the Negro Church, published in 1921. A Century of Negro Migration, published in 1918. This one is called Free Negroes, Owners of, let me make this bigger so I can see it here. Let me go back. Gotta make sure that I'm getting this right now. Okay. This next book is called Free Negro Owners of Slaves in the United States in 1810, which was published in 1924. I think I'm going to get these books myself. And The Journal of Negro History, Volume 4, published in, well, it's authored by Carter G. Woodson. Also, African Myths and Folk Tales. And this is a good one. Negro Orators and their Orations. Classic Oratory. Carter G. Woodson, Ph.D. Well, that's great. Carter G. Woodson's Appeal. That's a good book. And African Heroes and Heroines, published in 1939. So these are some what I like to call mind resource materials. Don't make the mistake of not knowing who you are. Know your history. Know the history of your family. I'm not talking about going to Ancestry.com and just looking up something to find out what type of ethnicity you have. I'm talking about real, genuine, authentic history. Know the history of yourself. Know the history of your family. It's good to know all type of history. That's why I'm a student of history. I love studying, researching, writing, analyzing. So check it out. I hope you enjoy the history lesson of Dr. Carter G. Woodson. Till next time, never surrender, never quit.